Okay. 4 specials! Well, 3 specials and a 4th episode, presumably the first episode of Shooty Gotwood's new series as the Doctor. Ooh, we got some news today! So, for this video there are 2 articles I want to cover from Doctor Who, the Doctor Who News website, and a third from Radio Times, which presumably sheds some more light on one aspect they mention in the second article. But I'm going to go ahead and just do a full read-through of both articles. If you want to skip to the summarized recap of everything we can glean from this, I will leave a time code at the bottom below. But stick with me, because I actually have a theory about what might be happening with these specials due to one specific bit of wording they do in this first article. And, well, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but we'll skip through it, specifically to the part. But the first article is David Tennant is the Doctor. Here they come, as Jodie Whittaker's 13th Doctor regenerated on Sunday, yada yada, we know this. But, talking about the future, Russell T Davies, showrunner, said, "If you thought the appearance of David Tennant was a shock, we've got plenty of more surprises on the way. The path to Shooty's 15th Doctor, is laden with mystery, horror, robots, and puppets. And also danger and fun, but puppets is the thing I want to hold on. Now, audio listeners out there, what famous puppets do we know of from the Whoniverse? Scorchies. Quick update for those of you who don't know what Scorchies are. They're basically living killer puppets. They have the ability to make things around them break into song. So they're basically the excuse if we ever wanted a musical episode, and have had multiple musical outings on Big Finish, with their first entry into Doctor Who canon being in The Scorchies, which was a companion chronicles, which I intend to do a review of someday. They've popped up every here and then, pretty much since their appearance in 2013, although I don't believe they've had an appearance since 2016, with it being either a Jago and Lightfoot, or Torchwood, or something that they appeared in last, but they've gotten around. Point is, they come from a planet that was so obsessed with television that they literally turned themselves into puppets when their planet was dying, removed all good from themselves, yada yada yada, sci-fi stuff. All you need to know is they have a connection to television. And you know what else has a connection to television? Beep the Meep. Now, for those of you that may not remember, may not know, it was seen in some early filming footage for the 60th, presumably the first special, that Beep the Meep will be in it. Now, who the fuck is Beep the Meep? Well, he's this. He's a psychotic killer thing. I don't really know what to call him, a bear. He's not a plush, but he looks like a plush. But yeah, psychotic and killer, so we got those 2 boxes checked. And, at least going off the one audio story I've listened to with him, because I haven't listened to the adaptation of Star Beast yet, he also has a connection to television. As in Rating Wars, a 6th Doctor story written by Big Finish that you can actually get for free. I'll leave a link to it down below if you want to listen to it. It's only 30 minutes, free, good listen. But in it, Beep the Meep's plan is to hypnotize everyone over television and convince them to kill everyone who is not hypnotized, thus giving him an army, basically, through television. And we already, this looks like Beep the Meep to me. We even see these guys who are presumably Wrath Warriors, however you pronounce that, who are connected to Beep the Meep in his first story, The Star Beast. So it is very, very likely that we will see some form of adaptation of that in here. Maybe not as a full thing, but at the very least as some little precursor or cold open or something, you know. I doubt Beep the Meep will be the main villain, but I do think he'll be in there. So that leads me to believe that perhaps they are going to see a lot of TV-related villains. Maybe the fucking Wire will show up again. I hope not, but who knows. But either way, both these, the reference to the puppets and Beep the Meep, if the puppets are a reference to the Scorchies, would be a reference to expanded media, with Beep the Meep being from comics and Scorchies being from audio. That makes me wonder if the 60th anniversary may be focusing more on celebrating expanded media, more than it is the actual show itself. Because if you look at the 50th anniversary, that was all about New Who celebrations. That was celebrating everything New Who at the time. The Power of the Doctor was all about celebrating Classic Who. We had all the living classic Doctors return, say for Tom Baker, but he's in 50, so got him covered there at least. So I'm wondering if 60 will actually focus on expanded media, which after an entire era where Chibnall just refused to acknowledge their existence and actively retconned as much as he could, thank you, Russell, I will take that. but I'm going to continue holding a hope that the Scorchies will actually be in it, and probably even be a major part of it, because I want a fucking musical episode so bad. I've been wanting the Scorchies to appear in the TV show for ages now, so if that is what is happening, even just for a small cameo, that's all you need to pave the way, to say I could show up again in the future, so please, Russell, please, make it happen. But continue reading, because I went on the whole tangent in the middle of it. And how is it connected to the return of the wonderful Donna Noble? How? What? Why? We're giving you a year to speculate, and then all hell lets loose. This probably doesn't mean anything either, but hell, Shooty did say he'd like to battle the Beast. So that would be... I doubt the Devil's going to be in this. We already have, presumably, Scorchies, if my theory is correct, and then we have Beep the Meep, and then we have Wrath Warriors, and then we have what everyone's calling the Celestial Toymaker, which, I mean, that could be a reason all this TV-related wackiness is happening. I didn't even get into that in my theory, but who knows? And then the most interesting part of the first article is here at the end. The 3 special episodes will transmit in November 2023, as Doctor Who celebrates its 60th anniversary. So this confirms a couple things. First of all, we know we will be getting 3 specials now. That is confirmed. That had been rumored for a while, but that is confirmed now. We know that for a fact. And we know they're all going to be in November, which I know might have some people a little chafed. The idea of getting a special every few months throughout the year, kind of like we had done this year, I know it appealed to some people. Personally, I would take this any day. 3 specials in the same month, presumably a week after each other. I think that's a lot better airing-wise than whatever the hell we got this year and whatever the hell we had back in 2009. And I realize that's an unpopular opinion, probably, but, like, overall, I'd rather have a really, really long wait and then get 3 meaty episodes than I would have a really, really long wait, have 1 episode, and then a really, really long wait, and then another episode, and then a really, really long wait. And I guess it is fair to point out that the wait would be lesser between individual episodes than it is now, but I'm fine with waiting. We've been fed, and we have a lot to look forward to, and unlike Chibnall, Russell actually advertises his stuff, so we'll actually know it's coming, and we'll actually know it's happening. So I wouldn't be too worried about having nothing to chew on over this time, especially considering Big Finish is going to almost definitely continue pumping stuff out. We have the Ruth Doctor audios, we have the new Master audios, we have so much. So, I mean, if you're into Big Finish, you've got content there. But let's move on to the second article. So this next article was the one that announces the new Disney partnership, which I covered in my last news video, so go watch that if you want more news than this. I'm mainly going to skip most of this article to get to the end, because the part that I want is down here at the end. The new episodes of Doctor Who will return to screens in November 2023 to coincide with the 60th anniversary, and will premiere exclusively on the BBC for the UK and Ireland. Still doesn't confirm whether this is going to be a day and date release with Disney+, but I'm assuming it will, otherwise they wouldn't make such a big deal out of this. So, we'll see. David Tennant will play the 14th Doctor for 3 specials. So, that does confirm David Tennant will be the only main Doctor for 3 specials. We aren't going to have like a special with Matt, and then a special with Capaldi, which, I mean, if you've been following Capaldi-related news, you know we're probably not getting Capaldi back ever, which is sad. He's my favorite Doctor, but I can respect him for his final line, "Doctor, I let you go," actually being him letting go of the show. Before Ncuti Gatwa takes over the role as the 15th Doctor over the festive season, and to celebrate today's news, a new Doctor Who logo was unveiled for a new era. So, this is something I had completely missed in my last video, although believe me, I would have brought it up. So this doesn't directly say there's an episode, but like, come on. So what this says basically is at some point in the festive season, so it could be New Year's, but I'm going to hold out hope it's a Christmas special, we will have Ncuti Gatwa's first episode as the Doctor. And I imagine this will be somewhat similar to the Christmas Invasion, which was David Tennant's original first episode as the Doctor, which was also a Christmas special. And if we move over to Radio Times article that I'd mentioned earlier, it does flesh it out a bit more into just stating it's a flat-out episode. I'm not sure if they have a specific quote or if they're just kind of gleaming that from this as I am, but I'm going to take that as a bit more confidence in me saying that, yeah, we're getting 4 episodes next year. And some people have even theorized that this episode could be the first episode of the new series. I doubt that. It's probably just a Christmas special, but I don't doubt that we will get a whole new series in 2024. I feel like they're going to start pushing ahead. I don't think they're going to make us wait a whole year again. So, yeah, 4 episodes in 2023, and the possibility of seeing Scorchies, maybe, alongside the Celestial Toymaker, Wrath Warriors, Beep the fucking Meep. I mean, this is going to be stacked. And this is all just for, like, what we think is the first special. It is very possible each special is going to have its own sect of villains. If any of them are going to carry over, probably Celestial. But we'll see. And the Christmas special will probably be its own thing entirely, too. So, yeah, that is exciting news. Very exciting news. But, yeah, that is all that I have for today. If you are interested in hearing more news as it comes out, then consider subscribing. I do intend to cover more news as it comes out. I also want to do more reviews of actual episodes and stuff. I want to do a Power of the Doctor review. I just, I don't have time, but I'm getting time. I'm getting time. Either way, consider subscribing. Helps out the channel a lot. Would love to see some support on the Doctor Who side of things. But yeah, with that, I will go. So, ciao.